Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thanks so much for being here. Hope all's well. I'm just having my morning cup of tea and getting ready to start the day. I don't know what you're doing in your world. I know a lot of you are still working, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come join us. But for others who are home, thank you so much for making the time. And I know some of you are sharing this with friends and with even husbands. So hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it a lot. I know that it's we have busy lives, we lots going on, and just taking the time to support 60 and Me, and hopefully that you find our conversations useful. You know, that you feel energized and kind of more positive after you sit here and chat about a topic. And I hope that you've got friends to spend time with during the day. I know that this is more challenging as we get older and our normal context of people leave and change. But I want to talk to you a little bit about that today. I think it's a super important topic. In fact, I'm having my cup of tea this morning. I'm having one that I haven't had in a while. It's my cleanse, my pucka. It's my cup of there we go. I got my blue cup, blue earrings, blue necklace. I'm blue today, but this is a cup of tea with it's got something in it that I didn't know about: fennel, nettle, and peppermint. Now I knew about nettle, but fennel apparently is really good for your stomach, and got antioxidants in it, and it's good for you. So I'm going to try that. No association with pucka, by the way. I just like their tea, so just thought I'd mention that the ingredients there in case you are looking for new and exciting herbal teas. So I was going through my deck of cards this morning, as usual, as I always do. Actually, everything this is aging beautifully. We've got it back in stock now, and actually, I just noticed. I mean, I knew it was there, but I just cognized that in the box itself there is a little note that says, "So, how are you aging?" I'm aging, and then it leaves a blank with ly, so adverb. How would you describe how you're aging? Beautifully, crazily, passionately, magnificently. What's your Lee? But it's all about just having a different way of looking at the world. And this is the deck. It's just beautiful. 46 cards, and on the back is a little paragraph that I wrote, just kind of inspiring you to think about the topics that are on our minds. As we get a little older. But this one actually is seek out your sisters. And I think that's what we do here at 60 and Me. We're trying really hard to get people together. And I mean, you're not all going to be the same and not even have the same interests. And that's why we're trying to do a little bit of activity around some special sites that can actually help you to, sort of find people that are just like you. And hopefully you're finding that useful. But this article is by Jan Moore, and it's 10 steps that you can take to fall in love with your community. Now, if you're in a place and you're not planning on moving and you're just saying, how on earth can I make the most of this environment? How can I meet new people and do things that will, just shift my life into another dimension, another level, get some more energy and fun? And she gives some really good examples. She lives in a fairly small community in Canada. I think it's an island that she lives on, but her ideas are useful, and I think not right for everyone, but there's just some angles, and maybe you can share some that you found work. How to make friends, friends in your 60s. But the first thing she talks about is creating a parameter. Just like for a minute, just think of a mile around your house. Like create this parameter around the house, and think of all the people that you engage with in that mile. Is your grocery store there? Is your post office? Is your local cafe? What is the map of your current world? Think about places. Is there a gym? Is there I don't know. Is there like a specialty shop that makes special cakes, or a place that sells materials for like a sewing shop? What's in that mile? Or is it that you are living in a place where in that mile there's not really a lot? You have to drive out of it if you live in the suburbs. But it's just curious to know, like, once you've done that, you can then start thinking how you can connect with that circular, where you can walk, where you can get out. And maybe that's one of the challenges in a lot of countries or a lot of states in the United States, that some of the places people live are just completely car dependent. So maybe we have to extend it to the places you can drive in 10 minutes. But anyway, that's one thing to do. Local hiking trails, she mentions, things you can do physically to meet other people and join up with meetups, for example. Another thing that she suggests, number 2, is find somewhere to volunteer. We say this all the time, and some of you I know say, no, I don't really want to do that. It's not my thing. But it is a great way to meet people. And you don't have to do it every day. You can do once a week, once a month, just something that gets you out of the house into the world. That's the secret, I think, to making full use of your community. And if you just try it. I mean, even if it's something like, for example, working in a pet store, or working as a teacher, helping read in the library, or in a hospice, of course, or a hospital. Lots of opportunities. Another thing that Jan suggests, and I actually love this, I do this all the time, which is shopping at the local farmers market. Now, if you have to drive to it, so be it, but it's just getting to that local farmers market, because you meet people that are doing cool things to feed you. But not just that, you can get cheaper products, it's fresh, it's interesting, and it's social. I think that's the thing about it. And it's just a gathering place. We have a few gathering places here, like another place is our recycling shop, where people gather on a Saturday. They just bring all their stuff, their bottles and plastic and paper, and just, kind of hang out. It's a go-to place, good place to meet people. Don't forget politics. Now, you may not have the same point of view as your neighbor, but I'm sure that the group that you do support is represented in your community, and it's a great way to get involved. I mean, you may be on the fence and not want to really do either, but if you have a point of view and a voice, there's nothing wrong with using that voice as an older woman. It's really powerful. We have got not only the perspective of years, we know how things worked out in the past, but also we have a wisdom about us, and a practical side. We can get things done. So that's another thing. Support who reflects your values. And that's a great way to meet people. Could be your local church, for example, but it's just finding those people that are like you. What about the arts? Now, and Jan lives in a place where they have a very, very strong arts community, and there's always something going on. And I think that's really important to recognize that it's not just the big shows that come to town. It's kind of the small little community run things as well. I remember seeing Evita with my brother and his wife in a theater that you literally you had to almost walk across the stage to get to the other side of the room, but it was so fun, and we had a really, really good time. And it was just an example of arts in the neighborhood. Just do it. Go visit. The kids will appreciate it if you go to the children's ones too. It just just being involved. Another thing to do, according to Jan, and I agree with this too, is to shop local. Decide that you're going to spend a certain amount, whatever your budget can afford, every month in local shops. For example, if you need to buy milk, you could either go to the grocery store and spend X dollars, or you can go to a local dairy place and maybe spend 5 cents more. But, maybe just that bit of travel would have cost you 5 cents, but it's just a little teeny bit more. And you're giving someone in a local business some of your money. It's a very small amount, and it's maybe a small example, but I think it makes a difference to support local business. Enjoy local activities, and this isn't just the arts. This is all kinds of the races, the carnivals. Like there's recently here in Switzerland, it's Fastnacht, which is carnival time, and it's the crazy time before Lent, where everybody dresses up and just marches through town, making a lot of noise and singing, bands playing, and just go. And even if you just stand there and take a picture or two, or sing along, or just move. It's just supporting the local community energy. And I think that's kind of cool. Another thing to do is to dive into nature. Now, hopefully you're in a place where there's at least a park or some kind of green place where you can go. It's really fun to do that. And that's a great, if you've got dogs, for example, it's a great way to meet people. But it's just nature too has a connecting ability. If you like to walk in nature, just go with a friend. And that's another thing she mentions is hiking. Just go a little bit out of your town and take a hike, and do it with somebody that you can chat with. Take a group. Go up to meetup.com. It's a great site. I think it's pretty much worldwide, and it's a good place to just, for example, I like photography. Go and find a group of people who are doing photography. I like cooking. Find someone that's doing cooking classes, learn how to make sushi or some other cool dish. So that's another thing to do. Meetup is a good one. And finally, Jan reminds us that wherever you live, there's a history. Unless you're in a brand new, ready made town that's just been built, there's a story to your town. And if there's a story, there's normally a museum or a library. And that's where you can find out more about the place you live. You know, you might find someone who's been there for a really long time and can answer some questions for you. Or it might just be that something really wild and wonderful happened there, and now you know about it. It's just stretching your brain all the time to learn new things and be excited about where you are. So I think that's the advice from Jan is to, is basically, if you want to meet your community and get involved with your community, go meet them and get involved. It's just a proactive thing that you can do, and it will hopefully be a good experience for you. So, what do you love about your town? When people come to visit, where do you take them? Yeah, it's really cool to just think about what you love about your town, where you would take someone to, where's your favorite spot? And just leave your comments in the section below. Let's have a chat. See what you're up to in your little community. Tell us, first of all, is it a big community, or are you right in the middle of the city? Because even that has a community power. Just a city of 10 square blocks around you, what goes on, what you do there every day. So what steps do you think you can take to fall in love with your community? Look forward to hearing your comments, and thanks again for being here. I hope this has been a fun conversation, but just know that I appreciate you and so happy that you come back to visit now and again. And please just leave a comment. And if you want a hug, if you're having a tough time right now, just leave a note below. Say, I need a hug, and people will rush to give you a hug, I'm sure. We're here for each other. Have a great day, everybody. Hope you do well, and we'll see you all back here again very soon. Bye for now.